Hello everybody, I am FedoraG4mer, and welcome to an episode of Incoming Indie, where I take a look at interesting in-development indie games. Today we are taking a look at Neo Scavenger, which is best described as a post-apocalyptic survival roguelike. Yes, all of those things, please. I am a big fan of survival games and a big fan of roguelikes, and post-apocalyptic's always a fun setting. Let's go ahead and start a new game. Now, the character creation takes a little bit of figuring out. These red traits down here are negative traits, and you can add them over here, and they will give you another slot to put a positive trait in. By default, you have the 4 slots you can put positive traits in. Now, this build I'm going to show you is a pretty decent, pretty much new player, newbie build. Let's see, metabolism. Food and water intake rates increased, healing rates slightly increase. Now this is the only negative trait that actually has a positive effect, the healing rates slightly increasing. The food and water intake rates increase is kind of a pain in the ass, but you can counteract that with some of the positive traits we will be adding because of that. And now that I put this negative trait on, I cannot use metabolism anymore. And Insomniac. We will go ahead and grab Insomniac. Difficulty staying asleep. And all this really means you have to click the sleep button repeatedly to get, a full night's sleep. It's not really a big deal. Okay, let's see here. For positive traits. Now I can't exactly remember what I use for positive traits. I know athletic. This one's an extremely important one to have. It lets you move more per turn. Let's see. Melee. Melee, come on. Botany is very useful for finding food and for being able to tell if that mushroom you just found is going to kill you or not. I have died that way. Strong is extremely useful. Melee attacks are more damaging. Can attack, let's see, carry more. And create obstacle in combat. This synergizes really well with melee. Melee. Some people get butthurt when I say melee. Let's see here. Lockpicking. That's extremely important. I can't remember if it was tracking. No, it's trapping. This one is quite useful to counteract your extra need for food as well, and we will go ahead and get started. Now the setting of this game's very interesting. It's near future, post-apocalyptic. It's not zombie based. It's really hard to tell what exactly happened. The world went batshit crazy. A lot of it's clearly due to man's own hand. But some of it just, there's no real explanation for. Crazy monsters have shown up, werewolf-like things, little alien gray guys. And I haven't got far enough into the game to actually figure out exactly what's happened, but it's very much a mystery. You wake up in a cryo tube and you have no idea what's going on. You wake up in a cryo tube, and then you hear a monster coming for you. You can try to jump out the window, but your abilities will also give you different options. We're going to go with the botany option because that one works really well. You use some flax seeds flax plants nearby. I think it was flax. Let's see. Castor oil plant. And animals don't like it, so you coat yourself in it, and the giant werewolf thing that was trying to break through the door smells you and walks off. Now, that's how this game works. It's a very interesting grid system. These are your available options, and you click them, they come over here, and then you click confirm. We can search the console for records, which isn't very useful right now anyway, or climb out the window, and that comes over here, and you confirm that. Then confirm, and now this is the main world map where you'll be spending most of the game. The first order, and it's raining, which is a very bad way to start. first order of business is to find clothing before night, or you're going to freeze to death. All you have on is the hospital gown, and you know those things are open in the back, so your cheeks are flapping in the wind right now. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's close the inventory system. And it's on a hex-based map. You have a certain amount of moves per turn. This means you can search the area. Let's go ahead and... I don't want to see the mini-map. Okay, that doesn't mean search. Oh, okay, now I'm not even remembering what the icon means right now. Doesn't mean there's items there. Oh, anyway. And I'm out of turns, so we'll go ahead and end turn. And this is very survival based. You see there is a bunch of bars up at the top here. Food, water, rest, burden, your temperature, which right now I'm shivering because it's raining and I barely have any clothes on. Outdoor temperature is rather cold. Not hurt at all, and money, which there is still money in this post. Okay, there's something near a gas engine somewhere nearby, which probably means there's this town here. We found a town. This is a great place to start scavenging. Towns are your best friend. So let's go ahead and scavenge. And this is where a lot of the game comes from. This is, okay, an abandoned apartment building. We'll go ahead and select that. And that's how you select actions in this game. Now, if you have certain items and certain abilities, will increase your results or possibly decrease your results of scavenging. Here's the loot meter. Safety, which is like what chance there is of it collapsing on you. And sneak, which the lower that is, the more chance nearby enemies will detect your presence, or nearby something. They're not, maybe not enemies. If we add strong, we'll get more loot, but it decreases the sneak meter. But we need clothing right now. And that seemed like it had quite a bit of stuff. Now you have to confirm, come over here to the item screen, and this is everything that's on the ground. Now this is cool to find right off the bat. This is a box cart vehicle, which is, you push it around like a hobo. It's a hobo cart is what it is. First, let's go ahead and put on, actually, let's grab the pants that have the highest durability condition left here. Those ones are almost dead. Put on some shoes, which we had the barefoot trait, which made it so we moved less. We have a hoodie here. We have a t-shirt. You can wear multiple layers of clothing. Like I can wear this gown and a t-shirt and a hoodie, and I can actually add another t-shirt and another heavy coat. Like we can add this brown t-shirt as well. So now I'm probably not going to freeze to death so quickly. Let's see what else there is here. We haven't found a backpack yet, but we can use this disposable plastic bag for a little bit of inventory space. Now this game is very inventory centric, and I'm also going to equip the cart here. Like here, I have these inventory slots because of the hoodie's pockets. This is, I don't want to take that off. This is the jean pockets. If I had another coat on, if I get a backpack, I'd have more space. Then you have also, let's see, I do have another plastic bag, so I can put another plastic bag in one of my hands and have that storage space as well. And this game is very storage slot and inventory management centric. We have some bullets. I'm going to go ahead and take them out. Just throw them into my pockets here. That sounds like a good idea, right? That's an empty pill bottle. I don't want, there's nothing in it. Hydrocodone. We will take that. And now we might as well take the painkillers as well. Now bottles are very important. This is an empty plastic bottle, and this is an empty plastic bottle as well. Bottles are extremely important for carrying water around. But we need to get something that we can purify water with, because drinking straight water you find anywhere in this game can turn out very badly. Anything else useful? Pebbles, stones, glass shards. Oh, a glass shiv. I'm going to take that so I at least have a weapon. And that's not what I want. Put that in that hand. I believe a glass shiv acts as a weapon. Still saying I'm using punch. There we go, glass shiv. And now we are out of turns, out of moves for that turn. Well, one of my bags just fell apart on me. It didn't have very much durability left. I can't imagine, plastic bags have a lot of durability in the first place. Let's go ahead and go do some more scavenging. Oh, we found this place. I'm not going to mess with it right now. Let's leave Zomzons. If you want to know what that place is about, play the game. We'll come over here. And we'll scavenge here. Okay, now this is a crumbling apartment building. That's not something I want to mess with. Now we have... I'm going to be honest. The interface is extremely clunky. It feels very... That's locked. I don't have any lockpicks right now, so I'm not going to get much out of there. It does very much feel like an old school game interface. Okay, we found some good amount of stuff there. We found water, which we'll put into that bottle there. We found a ton of amoxicillin. That is good. Very, very good. We found a sleeping bag, but I don't have any. Oh, I do have I have my vehicle. I forgot about that. Also, you mouse over these things that have pockets. You can sometimes find stuff in the pockets. You see there on the tooltip, it shows the slots of the items. Sometimes there will be stuff in the pockets. If you're not paying attention, you will miss out on those. Let's go ahead and go to the vehicle screen. And I can put the sleeping bag in my push cart. My box cart, my hobo cart. Okay, need to confirm that. And... that's Zomzoms. Don't really want to go there. We'll go here to do... I'm out of turns. Pushing a cart does slow you. Oh, Jesus. There's one of those werewolf guys. Those things are bad juju when you're early in the game. They will tear you to pieces. Abandoned mobile home. I really need to find a pot is what I need so I can boil water. No useful items found and probably attracted attention. It's not good. Let's go ahead and scavenge here. No, it's another crumbling one. I don't want to mess with that. See, there's a lot of unnecessary clicks or keystrokes, like screens like this. Why can't I just click leave instead of clicking leave and then having to click confirm? It's just a very inefficient way of going about it. I'm going to go this direction. Hopefully the direction that wolf isn't. Oh, and there's a bandit. Now, you see these red tracks here. It means we're leaving tracks behind. We can actually take some movement turns and hide our tracks to hopefully be not followed. I'm out of turns. Okay. That cryo facility right now is going to act as our base camp. We want to get back there before nightfall. You also can hide. I don't have an ability that makes my hide very useful, but these ones here have items and stuff you can scavenge. They are pretty much just for berries, fruits, water, a water source. Okay, and this is the combat screen, which has a lot of unnecessary clicking, like I said earlier. Now, this is an in-development game. This is an early beta, so a lot of this could change. The art is a lot of it's probably placeholder art, even though I kind of like the art style. It's nice and clean and simple. But you have a lot of options when it comes to combat, but the combat's not particularly exciting. It's not the strength of this game, and more often than not, it's best to avoid combat whenever possible. This guy is still pretty close to me, so I'm going to run because he is 6 range away from me. He has no weapon, so I'd have the advantage, but still, it's getting injured can be the death of you, even if you win the fight. Okay, I got away from him instead of even having to try to retreat. So, let's hide tracks, so hopefully he won't follow us. Hide tracks. Okay, here's another bit of scavenging goodness. We are out of movement, so okay. Scavenge. Destroyed office building. No, that's not a very safe place. And it's generally a good idea to avoid such places unless you are really desperate for something, like you're going to freeze to death pretty soon if you don't find some clothing. Try here maybe. Scavenge. Wow, a lot of bad scavenging locations today. Surviving the first night is by far the first and most challenging part of the game. After you get through the first night, then you can kind of start getting a good amount of stuff built up and getting stronger and better equipped. Okay, I'm out of turns, so we'll end turn. And God damn it. I don't want crumbling buildings. Those just usually fall on my head. And injuries are terrible. Okay, here's another place to scavenge. I could use some food, but I have botany, so I could always just go to the forest places to find some food. I'm doing okay on food and water right now anyway, so... There, that's a useful place to scavenge. We will hit strong on it to get some more stuff. It looks like we got a good amount of items here. We got a multi-tool. That's really good to have. It's used a lot in crafting. There's actually quite an extensive crafting system in this game. Empty bottle... Now we'll go ahead and right click on that and empty it out. And I'm going to add it to this bottle. It already has a bunch of amoxicillin, so collect that all in one spot. Got more painkiller. Wow, lots of hydrocodone. I'm going to keep that bottle since it has a ton in it. Empty this out. Drop that in. Painkillers are useful because if you're in pain for an injury or such, it gives you negative modifiers in combat. Now this is a heavy patchwork coat, which actually covers up the pocket. You can still have stuff in the pocket. You guys got to take the coat off to access the pocket. I got a bunch of hydrocodone, so I don't care about the over-the-counter brands. There is what would be very useful for me right now. Well, one is a backpack. And two would be a... Do I have room for that? Nah. Would be some... Well, a pot. Or some water purification tablets. Those are a very good thing to get your hands on early on. Okay, we got a good amount of stuff there. I'm still lacking a pot. Which is... You know, how you boil water. If you don't have water purification tablets. Okay, another... We will run a little bit. And it is starting to become nightfall. So we need to get back to the cryo chamber. Oh, you bastard. Sprint away. And I have that ability is actually because I have athletics. Can't see well because it's getting dark and raining, so I don't have a very big view radius around my hex that I'm standing on. Okay, cryo facility. Now we can explore down the hall. And we can find this room, exam room 17, which becomes our first base camp. And if you have certain abilities, you can actually turn on certain functions, like turn on the heater and electrical panels to, you know, get it warmer. But I am well clothed, so even if I don't build a fire here, because I have that sleeping bag, so sleeping here in the sleeping bag and all the clothing I have on should be perfectly fine. So now we had to just go in there to make it one of our camps, and we leave again to get to the main screen. And now we go down to this close camp screen, open close camp screen, and we can put that as our available campsite. It does have these, but don't do anything because I don't have the skills to activate them. I also need to take the sleeping bag out of the cart, put it on the ground, and then go to campsite so then I can put it into the campsite. And you can see the rating of my campsite, shelter, which means it's fairly warm, good for sleep, but I don't have any traps set up that will warm me if anything is trying to sneak up on me while I'm sleeping. They don't ever seem to, that doesn't seem to happen if you're using the exam room 17 though. And now we'll go ahead and go to sleep. And yeah, you see a light a certain direction, which gives you your first story quest type thing. And I am unable to sleep because I'm insomniac, so we'll just keep clicking sleep. And that's what that negative trait does. Oh, I'm weak with thirst. Dang. And then it's really dark out still, so I'm going to end turn a few times until it becomes day. Now I really need liquid hydration type stuff. So let's explore a little more and hopefully find something that lets me purify water soon. But I'm probably not going to, and I'm going to have to resort to drinking my not purified water, which could end badly for me. Purified water is the biggest pain in the ass in this game. Sometimes you get lucky and get a bunch of... Oh, there's one of those gray alien guys. They're actually really cowardly, though. They're not that big of a problem. I'd much rather them show up than bandits. Okay, I'm out of turns here. Scavenge, please. Give me a pot. I need a pot. I got a bunch of stuff, so. This is really good to have. It is crowbar with a sling, which means you can sling on your back and not take any storage space with it. But if you have it slung on your back, you can't actually use it in combat. I don't need the shiv anymore. I have this. This is a smaller sleeping bag. It has just as good effects as the big sleeping bag, but it takes a lot less space. I will probably throw that into my cart here. Here is a plastic sled, which is another vehicle item, but this one slows you down greatly because you awkwardly drag it around when it's full of stuff. So, still haven't found a backpack, which is disappointing. Here's an empty can. That's not particularly useful. Nothing in the pockets. A tarp can be used for shelter, but you know, my shelter's fine as it is. Shards. I haven't found any. Oh, we got some packets of ketchup, which are actually a little bit of hydration, a little bit of food using them. So I'm going to just eat them right now. Surviving on packets of ketchup. It's like college. I need the hydration, the small amount of hydration that gives. Okay, and we will take this because these are a really rare item, actually. It's a very nice thing to get. I would really like a backpack and a pot right now. Let's go back to the main screen. Okay, there's something else I can scavenge, but there is unfortunately a bandit there that's going to come up and harass me. And he has a hunting rifle, so I want the hell out of here. And hopefully he doesn't come down and harass me. Okay, here's a couple good scavenging spots right next to each other. Abandoned mobile home. And now this the crowbar is also a very effective weapon, but it is also a tool. Too bad it's in very bad condition. I didn't notice that. They can help you pretty much breaking and entering into these places. So it'll help us get more loot. Confirm. More ketchup packets. I'll eat those. There's nothing in the box. But I can use the box for storage. Actually, I should have this in this hand. I can use the box for storage. Ah, sorted screws, nuts, and bolts. I needed those. I'll put these up here, actually. Well, a lot of these are used for crafting, but I don't know a whole lot of the crafting recipes yet, so most of it I'm going to. By the way, you start with a bronze talisman on a braided leather string, which you actually take apart and use the string for crafting, and you also have this hospital wrist strap labeled Philip. That's the only way you know your name. Alright, that was decent. Let's go ahead and do some crafting here. Now, this gives you everything you have between your inventory and what is on the ground at the time. And a lot of the skills are actually used as crafting ingredients. Now, we're going to make some lockpicks. So what that takes is some lockpicking skill and some of these. And I have made some lockpicks, which then tosses it on the ground. And we'll go to the ground here and grab our lockpicks. Easy peasy. And those lockpicks are extremely useful. I cannot imagine going through the game without them. Now, this is a cabin in the woods. So you can find some really good stuff in these. And I'm out of turns, so I'll end turn here. Scavenge. Or shack in the forest, cabin in the woods, whatever you want to call it. And lockpicking isn't useful to me on this one, but I'm going to get anything decent that's in there. Ooh, I found guns and stuff. I don't have... Well, I do have my vehicle, so I can take them. Ooh, I found a hunting rifle with a strap. That goes on my back. Strap means it's going to be on my back, right? Yes, you just got to find the right place to click on. And I do have some bullets, actually, so I will... I won't let me put bullets in it. Green Shell Gamers Online. I always forget to turn that off. I think I have to use it in crafting to add the bullets into it, actually. A lot of it's really clunky like that, having to... Gotta find the right slot. Or maybe it's not letting me because it's not the right kind of bullets. I don't know. Everything's just called some bullets. We have a rifle scope with strap. We can put that on our neck, and that will actually give us a magnifying optics benefit here. We have some more packets of ketchup. There's also a pack of saltine crackers I'm not going to eat because that actually lowers your hydration. That's not going to be too helpful to me right now. Anything in these pockets? Nope. Still, a hunting rifle. That's a very big find. Bullets are extremely rare, though, so you got to use it extremely sparingly. Words, please. Okay. Still not solving my water situation, though. I'm going to have to drink these here. Use. I'm just parched now. Use. It's bought me a little bit of time. I need a backpack. I need a lot more bottles because you have to carry a lot of water around with you. One of those bottles doesn't actually rehydrate you very much, which is... Oh, hey, there's another cabin in the woods. Oh, and then another town. So, let's end turn. Now, it isn't only just this. Sometimes you'll have random encounters pop up that give you some moral choices that can be quite terrible. Storage shed. These are usually good places to get stuff. I didn't get much out of that, but I did get a flashlight. That might be good, but the batteries are probably dead. Most of the time they usually are. We did find a torch too, so I guess I'll go ahead and grab that. Come down here. Oh, there's another cabin in the woods. Jeez. They are everywhere. An abandoned office tower. Now this is one of them where lockpicks come into play, and I watch the loot meter. Wham! Without any added effect to sneak. I'm not particularly trying to be sneaky, so. Another bottle. Nothing but dirty rags, not particularly useful. Nothing that is too dire need right now. We are going to go over to that other cabin in the woods. Something give me a freaking pot. And out of turns. There's a deer. Ooh, night's falling. Where's my cryo facilities? Up there. I can probably be out through the night and it not matter too much. Okay, got a lot of stuff there, but I didn't see anything that was particularly useful. Meat cleaver, I'd rather... Okay, this one has more condition than this one. Still not in the greatest condition, but I will take it. Nothing in the boxes. I already have a multi-tool. It's no real point in carrying more than one of those around at a time. Yeah, I'm just going to keep scavenging through the night, because I need liquid. There's a bandit. I fell. No, I'm not going to surrender. Okay, retreat. Let's go. Okay, I've never seen this before. Interesting. That doesn't sound too promising, actually. I can leave the mine. Try to sneak in. Yell out a friendly greeting. Yell out you're armed and dangerous. This might end badly, but I'm going to just go ahead and try it for fun on camera. No response? Okay, I can be ready to fight or run across the lobby. Run across the lobby. Avoiding fights is generally a good idea. Yeah, that was one of those monsters in here. Oh. Minor pain and some activities are affected. So that was a terrible idea, apparently. Okay, words. Now we're back to the beginning. Let's try to sneak in. Get past the tiger. See if this works or not. Nope. Well, let's go ahead and fight. It's locked. Okay. That place is a bad juju altogether, apparently. I'm glad I got injured, though. I can show you this medical screen. Wow, I got beat the fuck up is what I got. It's all just bruising, though. There's nothing that broke skin, at least, which is good, because bleeding and infection is bad. Bruising, you don't really have to do much. If I feel like fighting, that minor pain will impair me a little bit, so I could pop one of my painkillers. But you can see it's a very realistic damage system. If you get any kind of wounds that are bleeding, you'll need rags, which I've only found dirty rags. You really don't want to bind wounds with dirty rags, though if it's your only option, it's probably better than nothing. But if you find clean rags, or if you get dirty rags and boil them in water in a pot, you can get clean rags. You want to bind your wounds that are bleeding with rags, but you want to take them off after it's healed enough, or once the rags turn dirty, you'll want to take them off before then it starts causing infection. So, it's a very interesting system right now. You can't really do much for bruises other than just wait for them to heal. I'm going to have to go just get normal water. And now it is nighttime. But there is water here, I believe. There's already items here. Yeah, it's a water source. Now how you get water out of a water source is you go to crafting. Where's crafting? Crafting. Then use water source, and it makes it a bunch of water items out of the water source. It's a very strange and kind of unintuitive way that this works here. Then we can go back to items, and I could put them in bottles or just straight drink them from here, which I'm going to with several of them because I'm dehydrated. This is probably going to make me sick, but I've not found a way to purify water yet, which is very bad news for me. In water sources, you can just keep getting water from endlessly, but again, it's not purified water, so might not be a good thing. Let's go back to items. I already drank a bunch of unpurified water, so I might as well do it until I get max hydration. Go all in. I'm already doing it. Might as well go all in. And now I cannot see much. I do have a torch, though. I'll put this on my back, maybe? Can I? Yeah, I can put it on. Oh, well, then I can put my rifle on my back. Only one item can be slung like that. So since I don't have an open hand, I can't really use my torch. These slots right here are for gloves. These are for actually wielded items. Damn it. Let's try. Let's turn it on. Oh, hey, the batteries actually work. That's the first time I found a flashlight with live batteries. So, yeah, except for it's not showing up at all because, where's my items here? Turn it off here because it's inside something, so it's not going to work very well. Off. I guess I can just sleep here in the middle of nowhere. Very bad shelter. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We're going to die some way or another. Yes, insomniac. Just be day already. Now it's raining out. That's real bad. Okay, the insomnia thing is annoying, but there. We're back to daytime, so I can actually see stuff. That's not good. There's a bandit there. I do want to check this place out. The bandit's probably going to harass me. No. Oh. Well, my shoes fell apart. I don't want to mess with a destroyed office building. So now I need another shoe. Here is a good place, maybe? Maybe probably not. I don't know. I can't move very much now because I'm missing one shoe. No, it's destroyed office building and a lot of the clunkiness. Now I'm going to say I'll very openly admit the interface of this game is extremely clunky. It's weird that everything acts like it's an item with the whole grid system. I guess that's just the engine it's built on, how that functions. It's kind of strange though. Not saying it's particularly a bad thing, but it's not the most intuitive by any means. That said, I rather enjoy this game. I find myself unable to stop playing it. I'm a sucker for things with roguelike elements. And a sucker, and I just hit my microphone, so if that was a terrible noise, I apologize. And I'm a sucker for survival games, which there isn't a whole lot of good survival games out there. What do we find? We found some water. We're thirsty again, so we'll drink that. That wasn't much, but there was quite a few scavenging points in this area, so let's go back. Most of them are not ones I care to use, but give me a pot, please. Okay, there was quite a bit of stuff in there, so found painkillers, don't want. A squirrel snare, meh, not needed right now. Dirty rags, not too useful. Guess I will drink the water. Drinking that water is probably going to eventually kill me. You can, oh yeah, you can find scraps of paper with recipes on them. Mechanical skill, large shaft, medium shaft. Now the crafting system isn't based on exact items. It's based on like item classes. Like a large shaft and medium shafts can be crowbars can fall into that category. Logs, sticks you find in the woods can fall into that category. Medium thread, I believe the strap of this can fall into that category. And a handful of string, twine, and floss, etc. can be used for small thread. So a lot of items have... Okay, we'll grab that so we make another lockpick sometime if we need to. So a lot of items are multiple different crafting ingredients. It's based on what they can function as rather than what they are exactly. Okay. I'm probably going to die from drinking all that water at some point here. Do I have any effects? Barefoot. Scavenge. Crumbling, crumbling, not crumbling. Lockpick strong. That. Wow. I didn't get dick out of that. Corpse. Meat from furry corpse. Yeah, that's simple enough, but... Bottle. I'm not quite sure where to be going now. The fact that I haven't got any way to purify water yet is very, very bad news. And I got bandits everywhere. Yep, he's gonna come bother me. Well, anyway, I figured I'd probably die by this point, but I haven't yet, and I don't want to make this video too extremely long. This is Neo Scavenger by Blue Bottle Games. It definitely has some... the user interface isn't that great. It's really clunky control-wise. That said, I am really enjoying this game. It might be just because it's two genres that I really like put together, and I can't stop playing it because of that. But you can check this. This is in beta, but you can purchase into the beta. You can buy the game and get the beta for $10 on their website, which the link will be in the description. I am FedoraG4mer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.